Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Hidi Augustine, and this is the fourth video of my Python for Beginners series. In this video, we're diving into one of the fundamental building blocks of Python, which is data types. So whether you are just starting out in your coding journey or you just want to brush up your Python skills, data types is very essential for writing efficient and error-free codes. Now, Python is known for its simplicity and readability, and so it offers a lot of data types that allows you to tackle a wide range of problems from simple arithmetic operations to complex data manipulation. And therefore, in this concise video, I will explore the various data types in Python, including numeric types, sequences, mappings, sets, and Boolean data types, so that by the end of this video, you have a solid understanding of Python data types, along with practical example, which I will be showing you to reinforce your learning. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's dive into the world of Python data types. Okay, remember that Python is a dynamically typed language. That means when you are declaring a variable, you don't have to explicitly declare the data type of that variable, unlike in languages like C++, where you have to predefine the type of that variable. So in Python, you just declare a variable and Python understands what type the variable is based on the value it is given. So for instance, if I want to declare a variable called name, I would just say name equal to whatever name I want to give it. Let me just say B. Now this is a variable, and if you've not seen my videos on variables, you can check it. I will link it up in this video. You can check it where you see how to declare a variable and the different naming conventions you use in declaring variables in Python. The first data type I will be talking about is the numeric data type. And the numeric data type are data types that deal with numbers, numeric. So any kind of number that you want to use or define in Python fall under the numeric data type. Now, I want you to understand why it is important to understand data types in Python is because the data type will determine the kind of operation you can carry out on them. So the operations you can carry out on numbers, you might not be able to carry out some of them on another data type like string. So just follow as I continue in this video. So in the under the numeric data type, you have the ints and you have the floats. Now the ints are the whole numbers that do not have floating points. So when I say floating points, I mean decimal points. So whole numbers that do not have decimal points. For instance, you want to define the age of a person. Now, you probably can have someone who is 25.3 years old. So it's always a whole number without decimal points. So when I say age equal to 25, now this data type is what you call the ints. Now, to know what's so I can just print age. I can print age. Now I can also print the type. So to know what data type the variable you defined is, so you just use you print and then you put the variable inside the type function, and then when you run this code, it's going to tell you the type of that variable. So let me just run it. So remember I told you how to run your code from your terminal when in my video where I introduced you to how to install VS Code on your Windows. And if you've not seen that video, I will also link it up here for you to watch and see how you can set up VS Code and install the Python interpreter on your Windows machine. So let's go on. So to run this, I'll type Python and the name of the file, which is datatypes.py. So when I run this code, I'm going to have two outputs. Now, first one is 25, which is the age, which I printed here. And the second one is the type. Now, the type is what? Is class int. Look at what it's between these two apostrophe. Is what? Type int. That is the type of this variable age. And it is what? Int, because it is a whole number without a decimal place. Now, int can also be a negative number. So let's say I want to define a coordinate. Let me just say chord is equal to -6. Sorry, -6. So I can print chord and print the type of chord. So you are going to see what I have here. Let me just comment this one out so that we can only see what I want to show you here. So now when I run this, you have chord is -6 and the type is also what? Int. So as long as it does not have a decimal point, whether it's a positive whole number or a negative whole number, it is still what? It still falls under int. I hope you understand this. So let's move on to the next one, which is what? Which is the floating point data type. So for float is any whole number with a decimal place. Any whole number with a decimal place. So for example, I want to define a variable for amount. So amount can be equal to, let's say, 100.5. Now, when I print my amount and also print the type of amount, you are going to see the results here. Just watch. Let me move this up so that we can see the terminal very well. Now, if you look here, you see the first result here is 100, which is the 100.5, which is the amount. And the second result here is what? Is the type, which is float. Now, also, the same way you can have negative whole numbers for int, you can also have negative whole number with decimal places for float. So if I say coordinates, so let me define another chord. Let me use chord 2 and say it is, let me just put a random coordinate there. Sorry, let me say 0.5. Now, I can print the type of chord 2. I can print the type of chord 2, and you are going to see, you see, even though it is a negative number, as long as it has a decimal point, it is what? It is a float. It is a floating point. Now, I can also have 0.005. I mean, 0, 0. Well, sorry, 0.09. This will still give you the same type because it has decimal place. Now, here's another catch. What if I have 10.0? Now, if I have 10.0, is this an integer or a float? Now, here's the thing. As long as there's a decimal there, even if what is after decimal is just 0, as long as there's a decimal there, this is still a floating point. So now let's see. We are still going to have what? We are still going to have a float, right? We are still going to have a float. Now, if I have just 10, it's going to be an integer. But once I have 10.0, now some of the basic operation that you can carry out on numeric data types include your basic all arithmetic operations, your addition, your subtraction, your multiplication, your division. So I can have, for instance, I can have what? I can say a, okay, let me use num1 equal to 5, num2 equal to 7. So I can say num1, I can say, sorry, results equal to num1 plus num2. So I can print results. So to clear your terminal, you just press your CLS. It's going to clear it up for you. So I can print my results. When I print my results, I have 12. So I can add it. So if I also change this to floating points, so let's say I have 5.4 here and I have 7.8 here, I can still add them. So I'm going to have 13.2, still going to give me a floating number. And now, what if one is an integer and the other one is a floating point? Can you guess if the result is going to be an integer or a floating point? Now, if you guess float, then you're correct. It's going to be a floating point. And what if we have just 0.0 here and we also have 0.0 here? So is it going to just convert them to integer or floating points? Let's see. Is it going to have your answer in floating point? So you can carry out all the other operations like your minus. So when you do that, you have what? You're going to have -2. I can multiply this. I can multiply. I can multiply this. It's going to give me 35. I can do what? I can divide. So when I divide, what is it going to give me? So now there are two types of division. So you have the floor division and the normal division. So I can do the floor division, which will just give you the whole number without the decimal place. So this is going to give you 0 because when you divide 5 by 7, it's going to be 0 point something. So because it's the floor division doesn't return the decimal point, it's just going to return the 0. Okay, guys, so I would have to end this video now. So it's already getting longer than I intended it to. So I will be making series of other videos still on data types. In my next video, I will be talking about the string data type. So I probably will be making 4 or 5 videos for under the data type. So just watch out for my next video. In the meantime, please like, share, comment, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.